These 7 fruits are silently destroying the leg strength of seniors. Sometimes, even if you eat well, exercise regularly, and follow all the right steps, your legs still feel weaker. The stairs seem steeper than they used to. Getting up from a chair takes just a bit more effort. The question is, can you charge it all to aging, or is there something else quietly working against you? Before we start, later in this video, I'll share something we've been working on behind the scenes called the Vital 50 Inner Circle. If staying healthy, active, and connected after 50 matters to you, you'll definitely want to hear about it. But first, let's get into today's topic. Let's talk about the hidden dangers of common fruits after age 60. It's not always about what you're not doing. In fact, you might already be doing something every day that's silently sabotaging your strength without even realizing it. Most seniors make one common mistake daily, and they do it with full confidence, thinking they're making a healthy choice. After all, we've been told for decades that fruits are natural, wholesome, and essential for good health. And while many fruits are beneficial, there's a hidden side to this story that few talk about. Not all fruits are ideal for aging bodies. In fact, some fruits we consume regularly without a second thought can gradually weaken your legs, cause knee pain, worsen joint inflammation, and make walking increasingly difficult. These so-called healthy fruits can actually impair your mobility, balance, and leg strength over time. As we age, our bodies change. Circulation slows, metabolism weakens, and foods that once helped us may now be quietly harming us. Certain fruits, though seemingly innocent and delicious, contain high levels of acids, sugars, and compounds that spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and diminish muscle strength. And the worst part? The damage is slow and subtle. You won't notice it right away until one day you feel a sudden sharp pain in your calves, persistent thigh soreness, or unexpected tightness in your knees after just a short walk. Today, we're revealing the 7 deadliest fruits that any senior over 60 should stay far away from, especially those who want to protect their legs from long-term damage, inflammation, and muscle loss. These fruits are often marketed as healthy, natural, and even essential. But for aging bodies, they can be quietly harmful, affecting the blood sugar, inflaming the joints, and slowly draining strength. So if you care about staying mobile, strong, and pain-free, stick with me until the end. What you're about to learn could completely change the way you look at your fruit bowl, because your body might just be waiting for this wake-up call. Let's begin with the first fruit on our list. Pineapple, sweet, tropical, and often praised for its anti-inflammatory powers thanks to an enzyme called bromelain. Sounds healthy, right? Well, not so fast. For seniors, pineapple can actually be a double-edged sword. Yes, it contains bromelain, which can reduce inflammation, but it's also packed with natural sugars and acids, and that's where the danger begins. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate and our ability to regulate blood sugar gets weaker. That sweet slice of pineapple? It can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. And when that happens, the small blood vessels that nourish your legs get stressed, leading to swelling, fatigue, and that heavy, achy feeling in your lower body. If you suffer from arthritis, here's another problem. Pineapple's acidity can irritate already inflamed joints, making pain and stiffness worse, not better. And don't forget medications. Bromelain can interact with blood thinners, either weakening their effect or making them too powerful, a risk no one wants to take. So does that mean you have to give up pineapple forever? Not necessarily. But be smart. Limit your portions and pair pineapple with blood sugar stabilizing foods like a handful of nuts. This simple move can reduce the spike and protect your circulation. Pineapple may look harmless, but for aging bodies, it deserves a second look. Stick around as we reveal the next fruit on the list that could be quietly sabotaging your strength. The next fruit is supple, delightful, and well known for boosting your muscle power and potassium levels. Bananas, they're convenient, tasty, and often hailed as a super snack packed with potassium and quick energy. But if you're over 60, bananas might not be doing your body any favors. Here's the problem. Bananas are high in fast-digesting carbohydrates. That means they can cause your blood sugar to spike fast. And when blood sugar rises quickly, Inflammation follows, especially in areas with already poor circulation, like your legs. The result? A dull ache, stiff joints, and that heavy dragging feeling that makes every step feel like a chore. But there's more. Bananas can also promote fluid retention, especially in people with heart issues or circulation problems. That extra fluid can settle in your lower legs, causing puffiness around the ankles and stiffness in the joints, making mobility even more difficult. If you're eating bananas regularly, even just one a day, and you've noticed unexplained swelling or leg discomfort, it might be time to rethink that habit. Now, don't worry, you don't have to give them up completely, but moderation is key. Consider cutting back or pairing small portions of banana with protein or fiber, like a boiled egg or a spoonful of peanut butter, to help slow the sugar spike. Bananas may seem harmless, but for seniors, they can be a sneaky saboteur when it comes to joint health and leg strength. Stay tuned, because next we'll reveal another healthy fruit that could quietly be stealing your mobility. They're small, sweet, and often labeled as the perfect heart-healthy snack. We're talking about grapes, a fruit many of us have loved for decades. But if you're over 60, these little gems may not be as innocent as they seem. Yes, grapes are rich in antioxidants, and yes, they can support cardiovascular health. But they're also packed with fructose, a natural sugar that can wreak havoc on aging joints and circulation. Here's the issue. Excess fructose can lead to a buildup of uric acid in the body. And when that uric acid settles into the joints, it triggers burning pain, swelling, and stiffness, especially in the knees, ankles, and hands. This becomes a real problem for seniors who already deal with joint sensitivity or poor circulation. What starts as a sweet treat can quickly become a source of daily discomfort. And here's what makes grapes even more dangerous. They're too easy to overeat. A handful here, a bowl there, and before you know it, you've consumed a massive amount of sugar in just minutes, spiking blood sugar and amplifying inflammation throughout the body. You may not feel the damage immediately, but over time that daily habit could be quietly sabotaging your joint health and mobility. So what can you do? If you love fruit, and who doesn't, consider swapping grapes for berries like blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries. They offer powerful antioxidants, support heart health, and come without the high sugar load and inflammatory risk. Plus, berries are packed with fiber, which helps stabilize blood sugar, giving your body a much gentler and safer energy boost. Remember, not every healthy food is healthy for everyone, especially as we age. Grapes may seem harmless, but for seniors they could be silently contributing to joint pain, swelling, and decreased mobility. Stay tuned. Up next, another fruit that could be quietly draining your strength. Watermelon. It's light, it's refreshing, and it's one of the most hydrating fruits on the planet. Perfect for summer, right? But if you're over 60, this juicy treat might not be as harmless as it seems. Sure, watermelon is mostly water, low in calories and rich in vitamins like A and C. But it also has a high glycemic index, which means it causes your blood sugar to spike quickly. For seniors, that's a problem. As we age, our bodies struggle more with regulating blood sugar. These quick spikes can trigger a wave of inflammation, especially in areas where circulation is already weak, like your legs. Have you ever noticed tired calves, swollen ankles, or that heavy dragging sensation in your legs after eating a big serving of watermelon? That's not just fatigue. It could be your body's way of telling you something's off. And here's the catch. Watermelon is so easy to overeat. Its high water content makes it feel light, so it's easy to go from one slice to 3 or 4. Before you know it, you've consumed a large dose of natural sugars, all in one sitting. That sugar hits your bloodstream fast, spikes insulin levels, and contributes to inflammation that builds up over time. The result? Joint stiffness, leg pain, and trouble doing everyday things like climbing stairs or taking long walks. So, what can you do? If you love that fresh, hydrating feeling, there are better options. Cucumbers, berries, or even a small handful of cherries can give you that same refreshing bite without the sugar spike. If you absolutely love watermelon, you don't have to give it up completely, but keep portions small. Try pairing it with protein or healthy fat, like a few almonds or cottage cheese, to help slow the absorption of sugar. Watermelon might seem like a guilt-free snack, But for seniors, it could be silently contributing to circulation issues, inflammation, and reduced mobility. So next time you reach for that juicy slice, think twice. And stick around, because in the next segment we're revealing another innocent-looking fruit that may be weakening your legs more than you realize. Oranges, they're the ultimate symbol of health. Loaded with vitamin C, refreshing and immune-boosting. But for seniors, this citrus favorite may be a wolf in sheep's clothing. While oranges are packed with nutrients, they're also full of citric acid, and that's where the problems can begin. As we age, our joints naturally become more sensitive. If you're already dealing with arthritis, chronic inflammation, or lingering aches in your knees, hips, or ankles, citrus fruits like oranges can irritate those aging joints even more. That acidic punch can inflame sensitive joint tissues, increasing stiffness, swelling, and discomfort, especially in weight-bearing joints. So while you think you're doing something good for your body, your joints may be quietly protesting. And it doesn't stop there. Oranges also contain natural sugars. Now, these aren't the same as processed sugars, but for seniors, even natural sugars can cause blood sugar spikes. When your blood sugar rises quickly, it triggers inflammation throughout the body. And inflammation, as we know, is a major enemy of mobility, balance, and comfort. You might not notice it immediately, but over time that daily glass of orange juice or extra orange slice could be adding to your joint pain and making your legs feel heavy, tired, or stiff. Now, we're not saying you have to swear off oranges forever. But if you enjoy citrus, smaller portions are key. 1 small orange, not 3. And skip the juice altogether. It's concentrated sugar and acidity with the fiber removed. Even better, consider switching to gentler fruits. Try low-acid options like cantaloupe, watermelon in moderation, or antioxidant-rich berries. These still offer hydration and vitamins, but with a far lower risk of triggering inflammation or upsetting your joints. Making small changes like this can help protect your knees, ankles, and hips and make everyday movement feel smoother and easier. Oranges might look like the ultimate health food, but for aging bodies, they can come with a hidden cost. So before you peel your next one, think about your joints. They might thank you for choosing a gentler option. Stick around. In the next segment, we're revealing a surprising fruit that's even worse for inflammation than citrus. Green apples, crisp, tart, and often seen as the healthier alternative to their sweeter red cousins. With less sugar and more fiber, they seem like the perfect fruit for anyone trying to eat clean, especially seniors. But beneath that shiny green skin, could there be something less than friendly to your aging body? Here's what most people don't know. Green apples are high in something called malic acid. Now, while malic acid can have benefits in small amounts like boosting energy, it also has a downside, especially for older adults. As we age, our digestive lining becomes more sensitive. Malic acid, though natural, can irritate the gut and trigger discomfort that doesn't just stay in your stomach. It can radiate to your hips, thighs, or even your knees, especially if you already deal with joint pain or inflammation. You may not make the connection right away, but if your legs feel unusually tight or achy after eating green apples, this could be why. And although green apples have less sugar than other varieties, they still contain enough to cause minor blood sugar fluctuations, particularly in seniors with slower metabolisms. These fluctuations can lead to fatigue, stiffness, and that heavy leg feeling that makes walking or climbing stairs feel like a chore. So what should you do? If you love green apples, don't panic, but do consider cutting back and observing how your body reacts. Try swapping in low-acid fruits like pears or antioxidant-rich berries, which are gentler on both your joints and digestion. You might be surprised at how quickly your legs feel lighter, less stiff, and more mobile just by making this small change. Green apples may seem like a smart choice, and for many, they are. But for aging bodies, even healthy habits need a second look. Stick around, because in the next segment, we're revealing another fruit that's even more acidic and potentially more damaging to joint health. Mangoes, sweet, tropical, and absolutely delicious. For many, they're the taste of summer and a nostalgic treat. But if you're over 60, this beloved fruit could be hiding a serious downside. Despite their rich flavor and high vitamin content, Mangoes are also packed with natural sugars, and that's where things get tricky. For seniors, especially those with slower metabolisms or blood sugar sensitivity, mangoes can act like a sugar bomb. They cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which in turn fuel inflammation, particularly in vulnerable joints. That inflammation can lead to burning sensations, tingling, or swelling, especially in areas already affected by arthritis or nerve issues like neuropathy. If you've ever felt your legs feel heavier, tighter, or oddly warm after a mango-rich snack, it's probably not your imagination. These symptoms often appear subtly, but over time they add up, making walking, bending, or standing for long periods more difficult. The other danger? Mangoes are very easy to overeat. They're soft, smooth, and so tasty that it's common to eat an entire mango or more in one sitting. But that innocent indulgence floods your system with sugar, throwing your blood sugar out of balance and exacerbating joint pain and instability. Even if you don't have diabetes, that sugar rush can still stress your joints and contribute to fatigue and soreness in your legs and back. So what's the solution? You don't have to give up mangoes entirely, but moderation is key. Stick to a few small slices and, better yet, pair them with protein or healthy fat, like a handful of nuts, to slow the sugar absorption and reduce the inflammatory impact. Or consider swapping mangoes for lower sugar, anti-inflammatory fruits like blueberries, cherries, or even papaya, which still satisfy that tropical craving without putting your joints at risk. Mangoes might be nature's candy, but for aging joints and sensitive nerves, they could quietly be causing more harm than good. Stick with us, because next we're exposing healthier fruits that support strong legs. We've talked about fruits that can sabotage your joint health and mobility as you age. But let's shift gears, because not all fruits are the enemy. In fact, some fruits can be your body's best allies. They fight inflammation, support circulation, and help keep your legs strong, steady, and pain-free. So if you're ready to nourish your joints instead of stressing them, here are 4 fruits worth adding to your plate, starting today. Number 1, berries. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are low in sugar and packed with antioxidants. They're gentle on your blood sugar and incredibly powerful at reducing inflammation. Plus, berries improve blood flow, which helps reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet. A small handful a day can make a noticeable difference in how your body feels and moves. Number 2, cherries. If you struggle with gout, arthritis, or chronic joint pain, cherries are a game changer. They're known for their ability to lower uric acid levels, the same culprit behind painful flare-ups in your toes, knees, and fingers. Cherries are also rich in compounds that soothe inflammation and relieve stiffness, helping you move more freely. Number 3, papaya. This tropical fruit isn't just delicious, it's incredibly kind to aging bodies. Papaya contains enzymes like papain, which help with digestion and actively reduce inflammation. It's also rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, making it gentle on your stomach and joints. If acid reflux or gut sensitivity is an issue for you, papaya can be a soothing solution that still satisfies that tropical craving. Number 4, pears. Soft, slightly sweet, and easy to digest, pears are a great choice if you're craving something sweet without spiking your blood sugar. When paired with protein or fiber, like nuts or cottage cheese, pears help stabilize energy levels, prevent sugar crashes, and support your overall joint health. They're also full of water and fiber, helping to keep your digestion regular and circulation flowing. Aging doesn't mean giving up on fruit, it just means choosing smarter options. So instead of reaching for the usual high-sugar fruits that may secretly trigger pain, stiffness, or swelling, choose fruits that work with your body, not against it. Berries, cherries, papaya, and pears. These aren't just delicious. They're a simple, natural way to support stronger legs, healthier joints, and better mobility. Stick with us, because up next, we'll show you how to age wisely with the right fruits. Aging doesn't mean you have to accept pain, stiffness, or limited mobility as your new normal. In fact, sometimes the path to feeling better starts with something as simple as what's on your plate. Now, let's be clear. Fruits like pineapple, bananas, grapes, watermelon, oranges, green apples, and mangoes aren't inherently bad. They're full of nutrients. but as we age, our bodies change. What once energized us might now lead to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, or joint discomfort. These fruits, while delicious, can stress aging joints, disrupt circulation, and leave you feeling heavy, stiff, or sore. That doesn't mean you have to eliminate them completely, but it does mean it's time to start eating with intention. Swapping high-sugar fruits for low-inflammatory options like berries, pears, avocados, or papaya can make a noticeable difference. Imagine walking with lighter steps, feeling less pain, and regaining energy you thought was lost to age. It all starts with one mindful choice. Notice how your body responds. More mobility, less swelling, fewer aches. That's your body thanking you. And don't keep it to yourself. Share your journey. Talk to a friend, a loved one, or even a neighbor. Your voice could inspire someone else to take control of their health too. You have more power than you realize. The power to shift your path toward a more vibrant, active, and pain-free life. Stay curious, stay empowered, and never stop taking steps, no matter how small, toward the healthier version of you. Because growing older doesn't mean slowing down, it just means getting smarter about how you care for your body. We're here to walk that journey with you. So if you found today's tips helpful, and you're someone who wants a bit more support, not just videos like this, but real guidance, motivation, and a place to connect, then I'd love to invite you to check out something we've built called the Vital 50 Inner Circle. It's a private community for folks over 50 where we share easy workout routines, healthy, simple recipes, wellness tips, weekly inspiration, live calls with a personal trainer, and a place to connect with others on the same path. It's not for everyone, but if you're ready to take your health seriously and want to feel your best in this next chapter, tap the link below to see what it's all about. Hope to see you in there.